Hi everybody, it's Nikki here, and we are going to do a relatively short sequence today, build some core strength, open the hips lots, and then we'll see maybe about balancing on our hands at the end. So we are going to start laying down, and you can bend the knees, land the feet on the earth, and just settle the arms down alongside the body. Right away we connect with the breath. Nice and slow and deep. And once you find the fullness of the rhythm of breath here, just commit to this sort of sense of sticking with it. We might have company today. And then without losing the rhythm of the breath, let's bring the right knee in towards the chest. And you can leave the left leg bent. Just take a couple breaths, drawing the knee in. You might add a little movement there, opening the hip a little bit. Good. And then we're just actually going to settle that right knee over the hip. The shin is parallel with the earth. And you're going to take the right hand into the lap, somewhere between the knee and the hip. And you're going to start to press. So I'm pressing as firm as I can with the hand. I'm pulling the leg and the knee in towards me so that left side or right side, is nice and strong and engaged. I almost start to get this little shaky sense in the abdomen, but it's a powerful press. So if you had something between your hand and your thigh right now, like a yoga block, it wouldn't fall out of place. So you can stay right here. You could add an extension of the left leg long. Heel might stay grounded, or you might float the heel over the earth, so now it's a little more work. And maybe adding that left arm overhead. Let's say 3 big breaths. Ooh. Good, and then let's release. So it's simple, but it should be a lot of work right from the start. Let's hug left knee to chest. Right leg stays bent to start with here. We'll take a few breaths. Great. And then right into this powerful core work. Left knee stacks over the left hip. My shin is parallel with the earth. Try to resist the urge to have that knee a little closer. We want that power of engagement. Left hand presses into the lap somewhere. And we start to engage. My knee is trying to pull towards my chest. My hand is keeping it from moving. I get this powerful engagement right away. You might settle right hand down beside the body. That might be enough work. Maybe right leg long. Heel could be grounded, or you can float the leg, adding that work. And you might also add that extension of the right arm overhead. We'll do 3 breaths. Powerful breaths on the left side. Don't lose the engagement. One more. Oof. And then we release. Oh, it's hard not to make noise. All right. We're going to do both sides at once. And the only thing I'll offer here is if it's not a day to be coordinated, you're just going to press and stay. Some of us are going to keep moving through the sides. So both knees stack over the hips. You might choose to squeeze the legs in together. Both hands come to the lap. We start to press. Try to make sure the shoulders aren't sort of rising towards the ears. So we get this powerful press, nice deep breaths. Right, for a lot of us, this is going to be enough work. If you're feeling like you want to move, and again, it's just an option, you're going to empty the lungs. And on an inhale, we release the right leg long and the right arm goes overhead. And then we exhale, come back to the press. So you never lose the engagement on the other side. Inhale, left arm, left leg. My right arm and knee are pressing into each other as firm as I can. We come back. Good. Other side, right. Breath in. Right. It's so slow. Breath out. If you're going to move quick, there's no point in moving here. In. Better to stay still. And out. Ooh, let's do one more each side. In. Wow. Good. Press, press, press on the right. Ooh. Stay for one more big breath in and out. Feet to the earth. Hands to the earth. Gentle lift of the hips, bridge pose, and take a few big breaths into that space of the front body. Good, one more. Great, we'll release, knees to chest. And it doesn't need to be complicated. We'll find our way into tabletop pose. Shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. As you inhale, cow pose, big breath in. Cat pose, empty out. Cow pose, fill up. Tuck the toes, down dog, hips high. Stay for a breath in and a breath out. Back to cow pose, knees down, heart open. Cat pose to empty. Cow pose, fill up. Down dog, hips high. Stay for a breath in and a breath out. Cow pose, last time through. Cat pose, empty out. Cow pose, fill up. Down dog, hips high. Right, we stay for a breath in the fullness of that empty. And then knees down, table pose. Take the right leg straight back behind you. Nice big breath in. Exhale, right knee to chest, round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, leg goes back. Right knee, right bicep. How high can you pull it? In to take the leg back. Knee to chest as you empty. In, leg goes back. Knee to bicep. Good. Leg goes back, big breath in. Knee to chest, hollow out. Inhale, leg goes back. Right knee, right bicep, stay here. Take an extra breath. And then we'll step that right foot outside the right hand. Right, moving into our lizard lunge, or sometimes also called dragon lunge. So those right toes are angled out. My knee is either over the ankle or even sort of driving past it a little bit here. Right, some of you may be more of a neutral spine or even folding forward. Some of you may be starting to find some open through the heart. You can always start with that left knee on the earth unless it doesn't feel okay, and then maybe you lift. Let's take a couple more breaths. And then left toes tuck, left knee lifts. We're going to step that left foot wide to squat. So you can be anywhere from power, hips in line with the knees, to down deep, a little more flexibility, right? Try to press the knees wide. They drive past the line of the toes. Heart opening towards the thumbs, hands at prayer if you can. We'll take one more big breath in and leave the feet wide, fold forwards. We'll come all the way up, reach for the sky. Fold forwards. Into the squat, hips down, heart lifts. And we'll take an extra breath. And then you'll plant the hands and step the right foot back to that lizard or dragon lunge on the second side. Right. Finding where you want to take the spine. So it may be that open heart. It may be folded hands on the earth. Two more big breaths here. Great, so we're gonna make this strong. Press into the hands, lift the hips, round the spine. Right, it's nice and strong as you lift that left foot before you step back, down dog. Then we'll inhale into cow pose. The knees come down, open the heart. Cat pose to empty, hollow out, make it strong. Cow pose, big breath in. Down dog, hips high. Table pose, knees come down. Left leg reaches back, neutral spine. Big breath in. Knee to chest, round and empty. In to take the leg back. Exhale, knee to bicep. In, leg goes back. Exhale, knee to chest. In, leg goes back. Now knee to bicep, empty out. One more round in. Knee to chest. One more round in. Left knee, left bicep. And then step that left foot wide into that dragon lunge. Hips sink down and forwards. Those left toes are angled out and forwards. Let's tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. We'll take one more big breath here. And then it's strong. That right foot steps outside the right hand. You're in the squat. Nice big breath in. Leave the feet, fold forwards. We'll come all the way up, reach for the sky. Fold forwards, empty. Into the squat, heart opens, fill up. Plant the hands, left foot steps back, dragon lunge. Knee can stay lifted if you'd like. Take one more big breath. And then strong, strong, strong. Try to lift that right foot before you step back, down dog. Cow pose on the in. Cat pose on the out. Cow pose, fill up. Down dog, hips high. Nice big breath in and out. And you can always return to table pose to build these transitions from. So on an inhale from down dog, if you're there, lift the heels. Knees bend empty, right knee, right bicep. And step that right foot wide. Take a big breath in the lunge. And then we'll twist, bring that right arm up or even reach it back. So find what feels nice in the shoulders. You may allow the hips to come out of line here. Left hip might drop. Take another big breath. And then that right hand lands. Look forward, step forwards. Into the squat on a big breath in. Fold forwards, feet stay wide. Reach for the sky, big breath in. Fold and empty the lungs. Into the squat to fill up. Plant the hands, right foot back, that dragon lunge. Take a breath in, and now you twist to the left, right knee lifted or not. Maybe reach back here. We'll take another breath. And then left hand lands for down dog. Cow pose on the in, make it about the breath. Cat pose on the out, so strong. Cow pose to fill. Down dog, hips high. Heels lift, big breath in. Knees bend empty, left knee, left bicep. Left foot comes wide, big breath in. Then we twist. Inhale, release the arm. Exhale, step forwards. We'll squat, big breath in. And fold to empty. Come all the way up, reach for the sky. Fold and empty. Into the squat. Hands plant, left foot goes back. Nice big twist. Reach that right arm up. And then plant the hand for down dog. Cow pose on the in, so the breath is the work. Cat pose on the out, hug navel in and up. Cow pose, fill up. Down dog, hips high. Nice big breath in and out. And we'll continue to build. Maybe start to bring the thumbs a little closer. Right, heels lift on an in. Knees bend empty, right knee, right bicep. Step that foot wide. We'll take a big breath in. And then we'll add the twist. We'll slow it down again here. One more big breath in. And when you release that right hand, we're going to come into Skandasana, side lunge. So you're going to shift your right toes to face the front left corner of the mat. You're going to sink into the hips. You might stay on the left foot or turn those toes to the sky. My right shoulder's inside my right knee. Some of us in this pose are up high. Widen across the chest, take another breath. And then we'll turn back into our dragon lunge. Then step forwards to squat, big breath in. Fold forwards and empty. Reach for the sky, big breath in. Fold forwards. Into the squat, fill the lungs. Hands plant, right foot goes back. Right away we twist, left arm up. But we'll take an extra breath here for this first time. Good, last big in. And then left hand lands, and you'll turn those left toes to the front right corner of the mat, side lunge. You can be up high or down deep. Some of it has to do with the length of the stance you've chosen, but try to keep this left knee or left bicep inside the knee. Right, the foot grounded or toes to the sky for a breath. And then we'll turn forwards for that dragon lunge. Down dog, hips high. Cow pose on the in. Cat pose on the out. Cow pose, fill up. Down dog, hips high. Right, so same sequence, little more rhythm. Maybe the thumbs come close. Lift the heels on an in. Knees bend empty. Left knee, left bicep. Left foot wide. Left arm up, big breath in. Side lunge, breath out, shift the hips. Inhale, dragon lunge, turn forwards. Step forwards to squat on a breath in. And we fold, breath out. Reach for the sky, fill up. Fold and empty. Into the squat, breath in. Hands plant, left foot goes back to lunge, right? Inhale to twist, right arm up. Exhale, side lunge, shift the hips. Inhale, forwards, dragon lunge, heart opens maybe. Down dog as you empty. Knees come down, heart opens, cow. Then cat, empty and hollow. Cow pose to fill. Down dog, hips high. Good. We'll build one last time. Take a moment. Don't forget table, always an alternative to down dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Knees bend empty, look forwards. Right knee, right bicep. Step that foot wide. Good. We'll twist. Reach that right arm up. Open, open, open. And then we'll shift into our side lunge. Right knee bent, left leg long, sinking into the hips maybe. Right, don't forget, you can be nice and high, more like a warrior two with this one. Let's shift to the back of the mat. Left knee bent, right leg straight. Notice if you lost the flow and rhythm of the breath. One more breath here. Let's come forwards again, right knee bent. Take another breath. And then we'll turn forwards into our dragon lunge. Stepping forwards to squat, big breath in. The feet stay planted, fold. Come all the way up, reach for the sky. Tuck the chin, fold. Into the squat, fill up. Hands plant, right foot goes back, dragon lunge. Let's start with the twist, left arm up. Take a breath. And then side lunge, left hand down, shift the hips. Right, we want the sense of rising, of lifting, so don't collapse. Pull in through the thighs as you shift to the back of the mat. Right knee bend. Slow breaths, one more. We go back forwards, left knee bend. And then we turn forwards, dragon lunge for a breath. And step back, down dog. Cow pose on the in. And cat pose on the out. Cow pose to fill. And down dog, hips high. Right, last time through, we move with the breath. Lift those heels to fill. Knees bend, look forwards, left foot steps outside that left hand. Left arm up to twist. Side lunge as you empty. We shift through center, right knee bends. We shift forwards again, left knee bends. Turn forwards, dragon lunge, open. Step forwards to squat, big breath in. Fold forwards, empty. We come all the way up, reach for the sky. Fold, empty the lungs. Into the squat for a breath. Left foot steps back, dragon lunge. Into the twist, right arm up. Side lunge, right knee bend. Right, maybe shifting without needing to plant the hands, left knee bend. Good, we come forwards again, maybe nice and strong. Turn forwards, last time, dragon lunge. Down dog, hips high. Cow pose to fill. Cat pose empty. Cow pose. Down dog. We take a few breaths. And then let's come down to the knees. Sit back on the heels. Great. We're going to take the arms wide. And you're going to flex your fingers to the sky, pressing the heels of the palms away. So just to stretch through the forearms. Good. And then hide your thumbs inside the fingers, this fist, and flex the knuckles towards the earth. Right, stretching the tops of the wrists. Shoulders can settle. Great. Another breath. And we shake out the hands. Take a couple breaths here. We're going to shift onto the toes. And you're going to plant the hands alongside the knees or the calves. Right? So you want to be able to plant the hands fully. If you need support here, blocks under the hands is fine. It's about the power in the core. You're going to hollow out through the front body. So the hands plant. We're lifting the knees. I'm hugging up, up, up. And I'm hollowing out through the front body, this powerful like cat pose in the spine. And then what you're gonna do is lift, 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 and then flex your right foot and hug the heel into the butt. Ooh, and then release. It should be a lot of work. All right, let's press into the earth firm through the arms. Lift and round, I'm hollowed out, but I'm still hugging thighs to stomach. Flex left foot, hug it into the butt. And then release. And come down. Good, let's do one more each side. They're simple, but they're a lot of work. All right, press into the hands. Straighten, round, hollow out. My thighs are pressing to my stomach. Shoulders move away from the ears. Right heel to butt. Good, let's go right into the left heel. Good, release. And the knees come down. Good. Great. So let's come into plank with the knees on the earth, right? So it's longer than table. My hips are forwards of my knees, and I'm going to draw my hip bones towards my low ribs in my front body. You might think of just a little length through the tailbone. Shoulders are over wrists or even a little bit further forwards. We're just going to work on chaturanga. There's still plenty of work for the arms, so I would choose to put the knees on the earth, but it's up to you. Trust yourself. Take a big breath in, right? Keep the elbows over the wrists, and as you exhale, gaze forwards, come into chaturanga, right? So my biceps hug sides, and I'm trying to get my shoulders down in line with my elbows, and then I press back up. Let's do two more. Chaturanga, biceps hug in, I press back up. Ooh. One more time, chaturanga, press back up. Good. This time we'll take it all the way to the earth. So gaze forwards, next neutral, big breath in, chaturanga, and then to the earth. Great. Top of the feet come down, hands under shoulders. Let's just do a few gentle back bends here. Inhale, low cobra. You can lift the arms or hands and then release. Let's do a couple more. Feet are grounded. My legs are maybe 50% engaged. It's not that powerful in the legs just yet. Good. 2 more times. And last round. Good. Take a moment. And we'll put this last bit of power in the chest and the shoulders before we move on. So you're going to tuck your toes. We're trying to come up the same way we came down. So my hands are under shoulders, biceps, elbows hug in. Anchor the knees and lift the pelvis a couple inches. Now shorten between low ribs and hip bones so the front body's engaged. We're just coming to chaturanga and then right back down. So take a breath in and press up maybe an inch or two and then release the heart. Right? No collapse, no back bend here. You are strong. Hug navel to spine. Breath in. Maybe as high as chaturanga. And then we come back down. Good. Let's do one more. Hugging in. Big breath in. Right? Strong through the core. Chaturanga. And then to the earth. Great. One more big breath in. Pressing up chaturanga. Then straight arms. Then down dog. Good. On an inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, bend your knees, right knee to chest. Hollow out. Down dog. Let's do that one more time. Heels lift, breath in. Knees bend empty, right knee to chest. Hollow out, and then sneak your right foot between your hands. Good. Take a big breath in. Hands on either side or even inside the right foot is fine. Stay low. Exhale, knee to chest. How small can you get? In. Let's do 2. Knee to chest. Good. 1. Big breath in. Knee to chest. Now step that left foot next to the right. Stay low. Hands on the earth. Don't forget you could be using blocks. Round, round, round. Lift that left heel. Hug it in. Step back to lunge. Strong, strong, strong. Right knee to chest. Down dog. Good. Knees down. Take a couple breaths. This last bit of prep. Slow breaths. Notice what's going on in the body. Try not to let the mind get too involved. We just trust and breathe. All right, last bit of fire and build. Down dog. Left heel lifts, or both heels lift in. Knees bend empty. Left knee to chest. Round, round, round. Good. Left foot goes back. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift both heels. Knees bend empty. Left knee to chest. Round, round, round. And sneak that left foot between the hands. All right, find the fingertips. Maybe you could use blocks or even widen your stance. Big breath in. Right knee to chest. Curl up as small as you can. In, leg goes back. Exhale, knee to chest. Good. One more time in. One more knee to chest and stay low. Can you plant that right foot next to the left? Like we're still deep. It's like a chair pose with the hands on the earth. Now round, round, round. Right knee to chest. Right foot goes back. Let's do left knee to chest. Make it strong. Left foot goes back. Down dog. And then knees come down. Good. Right, shake out the wrists. If you need a little relief before we balance, sometimes nice to just find a little stretch. I often bring my hands pretty close to my knees with this one. So what we want to think about now is putting all that together, right? This building blocks that we've put in the body one at a time, they come together for this last bit of work. If it's not for you, maybe Baddha Konasana, bottom of the feet together, knees wide, you breathe, maybe you listen and visualize, or maybe we play a little with balancing on the hands. So hands about shoulder width apart. You're going to come up on the balls of the feet. You want to think of all that deep hip opening. We're trying to get the knees as high up on the biceps as you can, as close to the armpits as you can. And we want to think about all that hollowing out you did earlier. That comes in now. The other thing we want to think about is getting into the pose before we even lift the body. So I'm high on the balls of the feet. My knees come up high on my arms, and my hands maybe 8 inches in front of my toes. right? I lift, I wrap the elbows in, I look forwards, and I come into chaturanga. So my elbows are bent, hollowing out, pressing up. So I'm in the pose and I haven't even lifted yet, but maybe the possibility of playing with lifting one toe or 1 foot at a time as you press away from the earth. Make sure the gaze is forwards where the body thinks you're going. And maybe you try a couple times, and over time the big toes come together and you lift. Navel hugging in and up. Try to breathe. And then you come down and back. So we want to avoid this like throwing the body forwards. We want to set up our crow pose before we even get there. So one more time, the hands land, the elbows wrap in. We're trying to bring them forward over the wrists so the knees come wide, high up on the arms, right? Tip forwards, elbows over wrists before you lift the feet. Maybe toes come in. Yeah. When you're done, let's come into a seat and just take a few breaths. And let's just go back to where we started. So laying on the ground, this is one of my favorite ways to sort of release after crow pose. We'll find a few cat-cows, but from the ground. So the arms down alongside the body, the knees bent. The inhale is going to lift the hips. And the exhale, you slowly lower down. Right, inhale to lift. And as you exhale, slow, lower, you might also draw the knees towards the chest. Right, the inhale lifts the body. And the exhale, slow, lower, maybe whole body curls up to round. 2 more times, in to lift. And out, your release. Last in. Right, slow moves. Last out. You might hold the fold for a couple extra breaths. And then you'll release feet wide, knees in, palms to the sky, and a few nice, easy breaths. And just awareness to the navel and the space behind it. Begin to release the effort of the breath, and so that you are just noticing the rise and fall of the abdomen without intervention, without effort. Right? We connect to that fire that burns within the body, that bright light which is ours alone. And we tune into this deep sense of awareness of our own strength, certainty, and capability here. Right? The fire is always lit and burning. Right? We are that bright force. And the question is simply, right, do we notice it? Are we aware of it or not? Stay as long as you'd like. Maybe relax the awareness fully and just rest, stretching out into Shavasana. And if you do have somewhere to be, just move slow. Take your time moving out of your practice here. And always, always we pause. We acknowledge the grace and the power of this practice, which is therefore our grace and our power. Not just for us, but through us for all those we come into contact with. Thank you as always for joining me. I hope you got what you needed.